Phoenix is a French indie rock band from Versailles, formed in 1995. Their lineup, which has remained unchanged since their formation, comprises Thomas Mars, lead vocals, drums, percussion, Dec Darcy, bass, keyboards, backing vocals, Christian Mazellet, guitar, backing vocals, and Laurent Bronkowitz, guitar, keyboards, backing vocals. Thomas Headland has been the band's session and live drummer since 2005. The band's sound has been primarily described as indie pop, synth-pop, pop rock, and new wave. They have released 7 studio albums to date, with their 4th album, Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, becoming a major breakthrough success in 2009. Featuring the singles 1901 and Listomania, the album won a Grammy Award for Best Alternative Music Album. With the release of the band's 5th album, Bankrupt 2013, the band headlined Coachella and Primavera Sound. The album was a commercial success, debuting at number 3 on the French albums chart and number 4 on the Billboard 200. The band's Italo disco-influenced 6th studio album, Ti Amo, was released in 2017 and featured songs that celebrated the band's European Latin roots. The band's 7th studio album, Alpha Zulu 2022, was recorded within the Louvre Palace during the COVID-19 pandemic and was inspired by the death of the band's longtime producer, friend, and mentor Philippe Zdar. The band performed at the 2024 Summer Olympics closing ceremony held at Stade de France. History. Formation and early years. Phoenix was conceived in the 1990s when vocalist Thomas Mars, bassist Dec Darcy, and guitarist Chris Mazellet, who were all friends in school, started playing together as a garage band, based out of Mars's house in Versailles. In 1995, Laurent Bronkowitz, Mazellet's older brother, permanently joined the band on guitar after the end of Darlin, a short-lived band that Bronkowitz had formed with Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Homem Christo, who would later form electronic duo Daft Punk. 2 years later, the band took on the name Phoenix and pressed 500 copies of a single on their own label, Ghetto Blaster. Shortly after, they were signed to the Paris-based Source Records. Phoenix quickly became well acquainted with label mates Air when they acted as their backing band on several UK TV appearances. United, Alphabetical, and Live. 30 Days Ago, 2000 to 2004, Phoenix began releasing singles in 1999, the first of these being Heatwave and Party Time, the latter of which would eventually appear on their debut album, United. The single Too Young was released on 22nd of May 2000, along with remixes of the track by Zoot Woman and Le Night Club. Too Young was the band's first single to chart, reaching number 97 in France and number 148 in the UK. The band's debut album, United, was released on 12th of June 2000. It featured the singles Party Time and Too Young, with If I Ever Feel Better being announced as the 3rd single from the album on the 22nd of January 2001, and charting in several countries, reaching number 12 in France and number 4 in Italy. United received positive reviews, although the band did not reach mainstream success. Too Young was included on the soundtrack for the movie Lost in Translation, which was directed by Mars' future wife Sofia Coppola, as well as in the movie Shallow Hal. Shortly after the release of United, Phoenix began work on a 2nd album, recording in 2003 and 2004, and releasing the singles Run 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 and Everything Is Everything in 2004. The band's 2nd album, Alphabetical, was released on the 22nd of March 2004 and saw the band reach more mainstream success, with both singles reaching some alternative rock airplay charts. French fashion designer Hedi Slimane commissioned a special mix of their song Victim of the Crime, taken from Alphabetical, as the soundtrack to one of his runway shows for Dior Homme. Following Alphabetical, the band toured 3 continents, playing 150 dates. This tour was followed up with a live album, Live 30 Days Ago, released only 30 days after the end of the tour. It's Never Been Like That and Kitsune Tabloid 2005 to 2009. After their Alphabetical tour, Phoenix spent time in Berlin during the summer of 2005, making use of Planet Rock Studios to produce their 3rd album. On the 8th of May 2006, the band released the lead single from the album titled Long Distance Call. American band Paramore would go on to perform a cover of the song live on Taratata, a French TV show. Phoenix's third studio album, titled It's Never Been Like That, was released on the 15th of May 2006. It was the first to feature Thomas Headland on drums. To promote the release of the album, Phoenix toured the United States and Europe in 2006. The album charted in several countries, reaching even greater success than Alphabetical, although it still did not chart in much of North America. It's Never Been Like That was re-released in Mexico later that year with the so-called Tour Edition featuring 4 bonus tracks recorded live in Oslo from the tour. On the 11th of September 2006, the track Consolation Prizes was announced to be the second single from It's Never Been Like That. Phoenix curated a compilation album for French electronic music record and fashion label Kitsune. It was released on the 23rd of March 2009 and includes music by Elvis Costello, Roxy Music, Kiss, Lou Reed, and others. Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, 2009 to 2011. In early 2009, around the time of the release of the Phoenix's compilation album for Kitsune, it was announced that the band would be returning with a new album titled Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, which would be released on the 25th of May 2009. The album was recorded in Paris and was co-produced and mixed by Philippe Zdar of Cassius. 1901, a tribute to early Paris, was released on 23rd of February 2009 on the band's website as a free download. Due to extremely positive reviews, the song was then issued as a retail single and aired for the first time on Australian radio station Triple J. In June 2009, after the release of the album, Phoenix first appeared on the cover of the 62nd issue of the Fader publication. As the album's popularity rapidly grew, Listomania and Lasso were issued as the second and third singles from Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix. As it became apparent that 1901 was Phoenix's biggest success yet, the song was performed live on several TV shows and began to appear everywhere. 1901 was featured in the U.S. during Super Bowl XL4 in a Green Bay Packers montage, and was also performed on Saturday Night Live along with Too Young and Listomania on the 4th of April. Phoenix also performed Listomania on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Girlfriend on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, and 1901 on The Late Show with David Letterman, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix won Best Alternative Music Album at the 2009 Grammy Awards on the 31st of January 2010. Shortly afterwards, 1901 hit #1 on the Billboard Alternative Songs chart. The album was the first Phoenix album to be certified gold and appeared on numerous best of lists at the end of 2010, including Rolling Stone magazine. In addition, 1901 and Listomania were certified platinum and gold, respectively. Following the album's release, Phoenix appeared at various major music festivals, including the Austin City Limits Music Festival in Texas in 2009, Coachella Music Festival in Indio, California in 2010, the 2010 Bonnaroo Music Festival in Manchester, Tennessee, the Southside Festival and Hurricane Festival in Germany, the 2010 Lollapalooza, the Mile High Music Festival, Outside Lands Music and Arts Festival in San Francisco, California, Rock Werchter 2010 in Belgium, and the 2010 Reading and Leeds Festivals. On the 20th of October 2010, French electronic music group Daft Punk, composing of guitarist Christian Mazle's childhood friends Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Homem Christo, made a special appearance for their show in Madison Square Garden. AllMusic, a review website, commented favorably on the release of the album. Beyond containing the band's best, most efficient songwriting, the album also stands apart from the first 3 studio albums by projecting a cool punch that is unforced, a reviewer commented. Vocalist Thomas Mars, described as more bright-eyed and youthful than ever, is more prominent in these songs, harmonizing with the instruments. Maybe they've just hit their stride, the reviewer said. Phoenix are the subject of a documentary, From a Mess to the Masses, that documents their 2009-10 tour in support of Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix. The film was directed by Antoine Wagner and Francisco Soriano. Wagner was also responsible for directing the Listomania music video. The title of the documentary is a lyrical excerpt from Listomania, and the total running time is 52 minutes. From a Mess to the Masses premiered in Germany and France on the Arte television network on the 13th of October 2011. Bankrupt 2011 to 2015. On the 5th of April 2011, the band posted a blog update on their website entitled Songwriting, with CCT stills of the band working in a studio. The band said that the album would be a departure from the pop sounds of Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, and they were trying to create something more experimental. The same year, vocalist Thomas Mars married American screenwriter and director Sofia Coppola, whom he had met while producing the soundtrack to The Virgin Suicides in 1999. On the 16th of January 2012, the band had completed 4 songs for the 5th album, and it was scheduled for a late summer 2012 release with an autumn tour. Daniel Glass, the founder of Glassnote Records, stated in relation to the material, "It's very hard to beat Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, but this could be revolutionary." The webpage was updated to display the words Pluviose, Thermidor, and Vendémiaire. Pluviose, Thermidor, and Vendémiaire are 3 of the months of the French Republican calendar, also known as the Revolutionary Calendar. On the 16th of January 2013, Bankrupt was announced as the title of the 5th album. The cover depicts a color drawing of a peach next to a peach slice, with a pink flower and 2 green leaves. The track listing included song titles such as the title track, SOS in Bel Air, Bourgeois, and Oblique City. A schedule of the music festivals that Phoenix performed at in support of the new album was announced, and headline positions were confirmed for Germany's Rock am Ring and Rock im Park festivals, Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, Primavera Sound, and Lollapalooza. The band also appeared at the Beale Street Music Festival in Memphis, Tennessee, and appeared alongside acts such as Beyoncé and 9 Inch Nails at the Made in America Festival during Labor Day weekend in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. On the 18th of February 2013, the band released Entertainment, the first single from the album. A music video for the song, directed by Patrick Daughters, was released on the 7th of March 2013. On the 28th of March, Phoenix started their 2013 tour in Vancouver, British Columbia, at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre, and performed their first concert in 2 years. The show's set list included Sunscrupt, a song that combines Bankrupt and Love Like a Sunset. Phoenix performed on American television during the next month. On the 6th of April, Phoenix was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live and performed Entertainment and Trying to Be Cool, Drakkar Noir. On the 18th of April 2013, the band repeated the 2-song set list on Jimmy Kimmel Live. On the 22nd of April 2013, Phoenix played a London show at Shepherd's Bush Empire on the day that Bankrupt was released. In a review of the performance, music writer Josh Holiday declared, "And along with peace, love, and understanding, what the world needs now is a band we can all believe in as one. That band is Phoenix." On the 6th of May 2013, Phoenix were taped for the 39th season of live music television series Austin City Limits, ACL, at Moody Theater in Austin, Texas. Terry Licona, executive producer of the show, announced that Phoenix would co-headline the 2-weekend Austin City Limits Music Festival in October 2013, alongside other big acts such as Kings of Leon, Wilco, and Depeche Mode. In media articles on Bankrupt after the album's release, Mars provided insight into the circumstances that influenced the creation of the band's 5th album. "At that time, we started talking about success and not music. I guess it was time to protect ourselves and focus on music again." Mars made reference to the period of intensive public attention that occurred in the wake of the Grammy Award-winning Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, Phoenix's first record to achieve gold certification. Mars also reflected on the benefits of the band's belated success. "We're lucky that we didn't have a hit single for a while, so when we play live, people are not expecting just one song, and we don't tour as a greatest hits band, which can be sad, I'm sure." In a more general sense, Mars also emphasized the importance of the live setting for Phoenix and its relationship to studio work. "I guess we're perfectionists in the way that when we make an album, we know it's going to last. It's important that it's exactly how we want it to be. But when the record is done, it's all about imperfection. It's all about playing live." Phoenix also used the Harrison 4032 solid-state recording console, the same console used on Michael Jackson's Thriller, to mix Bankrupt. The console was purchased on eBay and shipped to Paris. Bankrupt debuted at number 4 on the American Billboard 200 Albums chart, and a Phoenix World Tour was completed over a large part of 2013. Phoenix appeared in the 2015 Netflix special A Very Merry Christmas, directed by Mars' wife Sofia Coppola. The group performed a cover of the Beach Boys' Alone on Christmas Day, with Bill Murray providing backing vocals. Ti Amo, 2016 to 2019. In November 2016, Phoenix changed their social media themes to a television holding screen image. They also announced a series of festival appearances in Spain and France. On the 4th of January 2017, it was announced that they would be in a headlining spot at Governor's Ball in New York City the first weekend of June, which would be their first show since 2014. In March, they announced 2 warm-up shows on 22nd and 23rd of April in Antwerp, Belgium. On the 1st March 2017, Phoenix again updated social media, teasing new music with a 30-second clip and announcing multiple tour dates. By 24th of April 2017, the band had announced that their 6th album, Ti Amo, would be released on the 9th of June 2017. 3 days later, on the 27th of April 2017, the band released the album's first single, J-Boy, an acronym for Just Because of You. This was followed by the release of the title track, Ti Amo, on the 18th of May 2017, and the single, Goodbye Soul, on the 2nd of June 2017, a week before the album's release. Phoenix toured worldwide to promote the release of Ti Amo. The band performed residency shows in Paris, New York City, Los Angeles, Tokyo, and Mexico City, titled A Very Special Night with Phoenix. It featured exclusive merchandise, Phoenix vending machine, gelato, food selection varied at shows, discotheque after party, live music, special guests, and Phoenix Sock. In 2017, Phoenix collaborated with Tatenokawa Inc., a brewery from Yamagata Prefecture, Japan, as a tribute for their late friend Toshiro Kuroda, a Japanese restaurateur who ran a store in Paris called Workshop Issei, which offered food and sock from Japan. This store was on the ground floor of Christian Mazelet's apartment building, which is how he became friends with Kuroda. During the band's Japan tour, while promoting Bankrupt, Kuroda took the band to visit sake breweries in Japan, one of which was Tatenokawa Inc. Phoenix and Tatenokawa Inc. created Phoenix Sock Collection, which features Tatenokawa Phoenix, also referred to as Rainbow Label, and Sparkling Sake. The Sparkling Sake was created to commemorate the band's 20th anniversary. The collection also featured limited edition brews, Tatenokawa Junmai De Ginjo, Kaze no Mori Junmai De Ginjo from Nara Prefecture, and Sohomari Junmai Jinjo from Tochigi Prefecture. The bottles were wrapped in a hand-dyed washcloth featuring illustrations of the band and sake logo. A portion of the sales were donated to the Japanese Red Cross. In 2019, Phoenix released the biography Liberté, Égalité, Phoenix, written by Laura Snapes. Alpha Zulu 2020-2024. On the 19th of August 2020, the band released Identical for Sofia Coppola's film On the Rocks. It topped the Billboard Adult Alternative Airplay chart in November 2020. Phoenix began recording their 7th album Alpha Zulu during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 at the Musée des Arts Décoratifs, a studio located within the Louvre Palace in Paris. Brankowitz said the band felt it would be a fantastic adventure to create something out of nothing, with Mazelet revealing that they wrote almost all of Alpha Zulu within the first 10 days. The album was inspired by Philippe Zdar of the band Cassius, who produced 3 of Phoenix's albums and died in 2019. On the 27th of May 2022, the band announced the lead single Alpha Zulu, which was released on 1st June. Alpha Zulu topped the U.S. Adult Alternative Airplay chart in August for 2 weeks. The band began the Alpha Zulu tour on 6th of September in St. Paul, Minnesota. The next day, Phoenix released Tonight, featuring Vampire Weekend's Ezra Koenig. It was the band's first song with a guest vocalist. It would also top the U.S. Adult Alternative Airplay chart, this time for 7 weeks. The album Alpha Zulu was released on 4th of November 2022. On the 16th of March 2023, Phoenix released a remix of After Midnight that featured American singer-songwriter Clairo. Phoenix toured with Beck on the Summer Odyssey Tour throughout August and September 2023, featuring stops such as the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado, and Madison Square Garden in New York City. On the 17th of November 2023, Phoenix released a remix of Artifact that featured Mexican singer Leon Larregui. Olympics Closing Ceremony Performance, 2024. On August 11, 2024, during the 2024 Summer Olympics closing ceremony in Paris at Stade de France, after a whimsical creation of the Olympic rings, the band performed Listomania, and alongside Kavinsky and Angel, who performed Night Call. The band also played If I Ever Feel Better, Funky Square Dance, joined by Vanda, Playground Love by Air, Tonight, joined by Ezra Koenig, and 1901. Members Thomas Mars, lead vocals, drums, percussion. Dec Darcy, bass, keyboards, backing vocals. Laurent Brankowitz, lead guitar, keyboards, backing vocals. Christian Mazellet, rhythm guitar, backing vocals. Touring musicians Robin Coudert, keyboards, percussion. Thomas Headland, drums, percussion, session studio drummer since 2005. Discography United 2000, Alphabetical 2004, It's Never Been Like That 2006, Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix 2009, Bankrupt 2013, Ti Amo 2017, Alpha Zulu 2022. Awards and nominations. Phoenix has won the 2010 Grammy Award for Best Alternative Music Album for Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, the 2014 Victoire de la Musique Rock Album of the Year for Bankrupt. References. External links. Official website, Phoenix discography at Discogs, Phoenix at IMDb, live performances of Listomania, Long Distance Call, and Lasso.